Hello everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars. And today I thought I would share with you some things that I have learned from decluttering and trying to minimalize. I am definitely not there yet. My goal is to minimalize before we retire, and I have two outbuildings and a garage that I'm trying to declutter, as well as an upstairs. And I know many of you can identify with this. Maybe you have storage units, maybe you have a back bedroom that you can't get into. So many of us have experienced these things, and I finally can get into my back bedroom, and it is finally set up as a guest room, which has been a huge undertaking for me, and I'm so proud of that. So let me tell you some of the things that I have learned from decluttering. The first thing I have learned is my environment was really a reflection of my mind. I was overwhelmed, I was stressed, I was struggling, and the clutter actually adds to that stress and that overwhelm. There is some articles and videos on like the to-do list that's in your mind that is never written down. And that is the second thing I've learned. I always felt like I was behind. I always felt like I had tons to do. I couldn't get caught up. And I'm still in that stage right now where I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying to declutter, and I know once it's done, it will be done. And that is my incentive to keep going, is that I know once it's done, it's done. I'm not going to keep having to declutter all of this stuff and have all these piles and have all this to-do list in my mind of things that I haven't got done. The third thing is the mental clarity that has came with it. Just the spaces that I have been able to complete. My bottom floor, some of my cupboards, my back bedroom has brought an increased sense of mental clarity and peace. And I want to continue that, and I want to know what it feels like to have all of my spaces the way that they should be. The next thing that I have learned is that clutter affects how you feel about yourself. So many of us are struggling with maybe weight loss or different things like that. And Marie Kondo talks about this in her book, and she touches on the fact that once she has helped people declutter their spaces, they're able to focus more on themselves. We're focusing so much on trying to get this to-do list done, the stuff that is piled up that we know we need to go through, and we know we need to sort, and we know we need to organize, we know we need to get rid of, that we can't focus on ourselves sometimes, and we can't give ourselves the attention that we need and we deserve. The next thing that I've learned is that clutter was stealing my happiness. I always felt like I couldn't relax. I always felt like I couldn't sit down. I couldn't watch a TV program. I would come home from work and I would just get busy, and I would stay busy. And there would be time for everyone to go to bed, and I hadn't sat down yet. And I was feeling so stressed because everybody got to sit down, but I hadn't got to relax yet, because I was constantly just fighting this clutter and fighting this disorganization, trying to get to a point that I felt like I deserved to sit down and relax for a minute. Clutter was influencing my self-worth. It was influencing my happiness. And I was holding on to a time in my life I realized as I'm going through things that maybe I didn't want to let go of. I held on to the kids' baby clothes, the kids' adolescent clothes. And granted, I had 6 kids, so somebody was always using something else, and we passed things down. But then it got to a point where they grew up, and I still had this stuff. And it was hard for me to part with it, because it brought back a time in my life that I didn't want to let go of. So as you're sorting through things, think about that, because a lot of times we don't want to let go of things that were a precious time in our lives. And one of the humorous things that I learned is that I didn't have enough socks. I mean, I kept struggling with trying to find socks every day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got them mixed in this drawer, or I've got them mixed in this drawer. So I organized all my drawers, and guess what? I really didn't have enough socks. That's why I was struggling with them every day. I just thought I had a lot because my drawers were disorganized. And once I decluttered my drawers and actually saw what I had, I realized that's why I was struggling every day, is that I needed more socks. So I hope this was helpful to you today. If it was, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. It really does help. And I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for spending time with me today.